Hello, this is Jeff Kelly, and in this video, I want to talk to you about the coronavirus, bankruptcy, and divorce. Today is April the 14th, 2020, and currently there are 17 million unemployed people because of our genius politicians who have decided to destroy a really good economy. And so, as a consequence of this, a lot of things are going to happen as a result of this quarantine. Number one, a lot of people are talking about the fact there's probably going to be a baby boom about 9 months from now. But unfortunately, another thing that's probably going to happen when this thing ends is after being cooped up for weeks and problems coming to fester, there's probably going to be a lot of divorces that are going to happen. And with unemployment and missed bills and things piling up, there's probably going to be a lot of bankruptcies as well. So, oftentimes in the past, I've gotten a question from people who have said, hey, should we get divorced first? Should we file bankruptcy first? How should this work? Well, the answer to that and almost every legal question you can think of is it depends. It depends on your specific set of facts. So there are some cases where, it really might make sense to go ahead and file bankruptcy first. Let me give you an example. Let's say you've got a huge amount of credit card debt and it's joint in both spouses' names. Well, oftentimes what happens in divorce is they'll split it down the middle and they'll say, okay, you're going to take care of this portion of the credit card debt, you're going to take care of the other half. And that sounds like a great and wonderful idea, but the problem is both names are on the credit card debt. So guess what happens when one of the spouses falls on economic hard times years down the road or whenever? The credit card companies go after both people who are on the credit card debt. And then usually what will happen is the other spouse will say, hey, wait, foul, you can't do that. My divorce order says that he has to pay for this credit card debt, so you can't come after me. Well, guess what? That's not true. If you're both on the contract, the credit card companies can and will come after both of you if the debt is not paid down the road. Now, yes, there is a recourse in divorce court where you could take that spouse back to court and you could try to have them held in contempt because they violated the order and didn't pay their share of the credit card debt. But good luck with squeezing blood from a turnip. So sometimes it might make sense if there is a really huge pile of credit card debt that it's going to be difficult to get it paid. Maybe it might make sense to file bankruptcy first. Now, when does it make sense for someone to get divorced before filing bankruptcy? Well, again, this is a fact-specific question. But I'll just try to give you, a scenario. Let's say you have two spouses and one of them is a very high income earner and the other is not. Well, there's this thing called the median income test, and it was something that Congress came up with way back in 2005. And I wish I could tell you that it was a product of logic and sense, but it's not a product of logic or sense. It's a product of Congress. And basically what happens with this median income test, and this is a major oversimplification of it, but basically if you make more than an average family of your size, you may or may not qualify to be able to file Chapter 7. Maybe you can file Chapter 13. Maybe you have to pay off some of your debt, maybe all of your debt. Depends on the income and how far over you are above the average. But sometimes, one of the spouses might make too much money and the other is easily under median income. In that situation, they might want to go ahead and get divorced, and the spouse that's easily under the median income is going to have a probably much easier time of it filing Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. It depends. Sometimes it makes sense to file together because everybody's trying to take care of the big picture and the payments work out better. I mean, there's so many factors that go into answering that question. Should we get divorced first? Should we file bankruptcy first? How many kids are there? How are the kids going? What are the economic goals? Do we need cars for both people? Cars are another tricky thing that really come up a lot in bankruptcy and divorce situations. You have a couple that's married and both cars are in one spouse's name. They want to file Chapter 7. Everybody's agreeable to it. Everybody is amenable. But in order to keep both those cars, the spouse that might not be driving one of those cars has to reaffirm it, means re-obligate yourself on it in a Chapter 7, and that may not be in their best interest. If everybody's going their own separate ways, it might make sense not to do that. I see people insist on doing it all the time, and it never fails. 3 years down the road, that spouse that's not really on the car gets in trouble, can't pay for it. There's no consequences to them whatsoever from walking away from the payment, and somebody gets left holding the bag who reaffirmed a car they probably shouldn't have. So bottom line is, it's tricky. And if you want answers to your specific situation, give us a call, 770-881-8449. Check out my website, www.kellycanhelp.com. I've written a book on Chapter 13 and Chapter 7, and I'd like for you to get a free copy. Go down to the bottom of the homepage, and you can type in your email address, and boom, we'll get it right to your inbox. Or you can call us at 770-881-8449, and we can mail you a hard copy. I've also got a website with podcasts, kellybankruptcy.com. And again, if you've got any questions at all, take advantage of a free consultation. And if you're looking at bankruptcy and divorce, definitely at least talk to us first, and let's come up with a plan that will work and that can help you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.